after reading all the comments you all left me on my Fallout 3 review, it's pretty clear that you're all very passionate about this wonderful game, so I wanted to do some short video reviews of each of the downloadable contents that were released for this title for those of you who have not yet played through them. On top of that, I took the advice from a lot of you on how to properly control the camera and adjust the brightness settings, and I'll tell you what, it's like I was playing a brand new game, as you'll see reflected in the gameplay footage in this review. So let's jump right in. Here's the first DLC for Fallout 3, Operation Anchorage.
This is Defender Morrill. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's Crossroads. This is a high-priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
This piece of content is unlocked by listening to a radio distress signal originating from Bailey's Crossroads, south of Grey Ditch. Upon investigating, you quickly realize that a group of outcast Brotherhood members have established a base of operations here, and it's under attack by an army of super mutants. Once you help defend their base, you're invited in and discover that they found a sealed armory that's only accessible once a computer virtual reality simulation is completed, and to access this module, the user needs a Pip-Boy, and guess who just so happens to have one of those? The simulation puts the user in the shoes of a soldier during the Liberation of Anchorage, a major battle in the history of the US when China invaded Anchorage, Alaska. One holotape in particular describes this event as something so horrific it would put the attack on Pearl Harbor to shame. You'll initially meet up with a soldier named Sergeant Montgomery on the cliffs outside of an Alaskan military outpost who will accompany you through the rest of the mission. Throughout the remainder of the content, you'll participate in a series of missions, including destroying Chinese artillery guns, shutting down a tank fueling facility, and securing a mining community. I didn't find the story that deep or interesting, but the design of the missions and the gameplay was very enjoyable, and a nice change of pace from the browns and grays of the wastelands of DC. The whole process from tracking down the source of the radio signal to the outcome of the virtual reality simulation took me about 3 hours to complete, and it was totally worth it because the rewards at the end of the mission are amazing, as you're given a share of the loot found in the armory, including some freaking awesome suits of armor and badass weapons. As you play through the simulation, you'll immediately get a strong Matrix vibe, as the environments kind of shimmer sometimes, and all the people in the story are actually holograms, so when one dies, they disappear. Unfortunately, because of this, you aren't allowed to loot them. To remedy this, scattered throughout the missions are ammo and health dispensers, which really make the encounters pretty trivial because you can just keep hitting them up after each battle. You also don't carry your gear over with you to the simulation, so you're forced to find all new weapons and armor. In the second series of missions, you actually assemble your own strike force to accompany you with different types of troops, and you get to choose your own loadout, including a rifleman, close combat, sniper, or heavy weapons build. Finally, you get a nice taste of some new weapons, including a super powerful Gauss rifle that shoots massive bursts of energy from great distances, and you'll encounter some new powerful enemies that really stir things up. Some of the Chinese soldiers have suits of armor that turns them invisible, and they'll sneak up and scare the shit out of you. I absolutely loved Operation Anchorage. While the story didn't really draw me in as much as it probably could have, the missions are very well designed and extremely entertaining. 3 hours seems like a pretty good length of time for a mission in Fallout 3, though this particular piece of content wasn't very challenging. The Matrix-like vibe of the virtual reality simulation was pretty sweet to have mixed in the game, and the rewards at the end are totally kick-ass. If you haven't yet played Fallout 3, it's probably worth your money just to pick up the Game of the Year edition over the regular edition, so you get all the great DLC included right off the bat. Stay tuned for short video reviews of each of the other DLCs later this week. For those of you who have played through this, what was your favorite weapon from Fallout 3? Leave your questions and comments below. Check out the full write-up, screenshots, and gameplay footage over at ZeitgeistGameReview.com. Stay up to date by following me on Twitter, and check out my other channel, Zeitgeist Other, for gameplay footage. Don't forget to subscribe and press the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching.